Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do your monthly read. It is for the month of May. How are you, Taurus? I hope you're well. Got a bunch of oracles here. We're going to throw down some oracles and we're going to get at it with some tarot, find out what's coming up in the overall monthly energy for you for the month of November. I've pulled out the archetype cards, so we're going to see what sort of energy you're going to be in for the month. May is, I just said November. Well, May is throwing things at you, Taurus. So let's find out what sort of archetypal energy you'll be in. Tell me about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. What sort of energy will Taurus be in for the month of May? We've got the Liberator. Oh, I like. We've got the Exorcist. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. It says the Liberator says, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns, Taurus. This is your breakaway, man. You got the ball. You better run. It's like you are liberating yourself here. She's running with the torch here, but in my head I saw somebody catch a football and run for the touchdown. So I feel like you've got the ball and it's time for you to run, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Look, when you free yourself, you also free others from how they view you. So they have to release it. When you release it, they're forced to release you. Release the thought pattern that they had about you. The bottom of the deck here, we have Exorcist. It says, freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Look, it's all about the freedom. Taurus, you're freeing yourself from things that are not working for you. Friendships, businesses, places that you work, friendships that you have, maybe members of your family. It feels like you are just letting it go. It's time to let it go. So you are exorcising the demons. I don't know why it's... Y'all, I just kill myself here sitting in my dining room. Didn't they say that in The Exorcist? Did you see The Exorcist? Anyways, just going to leave it there. Sometimes I'm silly. Okay, this is the overall energy for the month. What energy will May bring for, I want to say November. Is there something going down for you in November? What energy is coming up in May? What is Taurus going to be the liberator of in May? Tell me about this energy for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whoa. Relax. All right, there it is. The fork in the road. So no more sitting at the fork in the road, Taurus. No more sitting there looking at the crazy monkey. I feel like it's time for you to pick a way. Yeah. Card number 13, man, is what it is. It's transformation. Look, I think it was the last hand. It might have been Cancer or Pisces that got card number 13. Now card number 13's here. Also in one of the other readings I did today, the sarcophagus showed up. It's all about endings. Things have come to an end, and I think that the 13s and the ends of things that are showing up here, Taurus, it feels like we're now starting to accept that it's the end of the road or the end of the line, and it's time to pick a new way to go. And it feels like that's what your energy, your overall energy for the month that you're going to be facing as the liberator is. You're like, you know what? This is over with. I'm done with it. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't do this anymore. We've got the fates, and that's why the fates are taking over. It feels like somebody here has been going through a lot of healing. Card number 17. And card number 17 is the star in tarot. I'm always going to liken it to tarot because I primarily read tarot. But we have 1 and 7, which is 8, which is a lot of hard work that you've been putting in on the self. And I think that now fate is taking over. So the Wheel of Fortune, it's like things are changing. And I think that you have realized that things are changing and you can no longer sit by idly and wait for things to change, that you want to be the person who is starting the changes, like making the changes. And it starts with your liberation here. All right, this deck here is going to be for beginning, middle, and the end of the month. We'll clarify these and find out what else is going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My bull gang, happy birthday, babies. How's that Taurus season going for you so far? Tell me about it. We do have a new moon coming up on the 27th in Taurus. Hopefully I'll get a reading up for that. We'll see what's coming up for you there. Okay, we've got emotional loss, which is the beginning of the month. It does feel, though, it doesn't feel like it's anything new, Taurus. I'm going to say it feels like an acceptance of what has ended is what it feels like. Because anytime we make changes, sometimes it's going to be things that we don't necessarily want to let go of, but we have to for our own highest good. And for those of you who have already been through that purge in your life where you realized that you were hanging out with the 6 people that you probably didn't want to be like, and then you started purging all of the relationships, I feel like, some losses feel like emotional loss, and it feels like a little bit of lack at the beginning of the month. So I feel like although you are the liberator and you're standing up tall and liberating yourself and making decisions, it does say here, right? It says here, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, right? So this could be you and others, right? Some people around you aren't going to be happy with your growth. We do have the heart chakra. Oh, isn't that interesting? I think that's very cool because look, there is green around his heart, and we do have the heart chakra, which is green. So it does look like somebody's heart chakra is opening, is what it feels like. It feels like you're about to feel your feelings, Taurus. So maybe you're a Taurus who has Aquarius. Maybe you're a Taurus who has Scorpio. Maybe you're a Taurus who has a lot of energy where you are kind of stoic. Try and look at things head over heart, or you don't like to show things on the surface. I feel like this month is the month where you are going to feel it all. I feel like you're going to feel it all. And liberation comes with its happiness, but it also comes with its sadness. And I feel like both of those things are going on simultaneously here, is what it feels like. Tell me more about Taurus. It's coming up at the end of the month. Tell me about Taurus. We've got memories of love. So I think that you're going to keep some of these people tucked away in your memories, Taurus. Some of you, it's memories of maybe family members. And I don't think that they've left the earth, understand. I think that you are finally liberating yourself from things that just aren't working for you in your life. And if that means at some point that it has to be family members, maybe toxic ones, if it has to be family members or friends, maybe a workplace, it feels like ultimately this is where you are. You're going to have the triumph here. Chariot energy, you're gonna have the success and the victory, but it doesn't come without its bumps and bruises, right? Let's get some tarot and let's clarify this a little bit. Find out what's going on. Tell me about Taurus and this emotional loss, because I feel like this liberation is a great thing, but it does also bring changes, and changes can be hard, especially for a fixed sign. I mean, change is hard for everybody, right? And I feel like this emotional loss is, that short that I put up yesterday. It's kind of like that. It's like everything is changing. And although you are the one that's putting, like you're not ignoring the wheel. And so I feel like you're just deciding to move forward with the wheel, and you're just going to take the lumps and bumps and bruises as they come. Tell me what the emotional loss is about, please. The Wheel of Fortune. Look, that short was about the Wheel of Fortune. But the Wheel of Fortune's here, and we're trying to avoid it, or we're trying to hold back from it. We're trying to stop things from changing. So not everybody is in this place where they're ready to go with the Wheel of Fortune. But as I always say, the Wheel of Fortune's not waiting for you to digest it. It's not waiting for you to say, okay, I'm okay now with the change. Let's go for it. That's not what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, if you are not ready to change and the Wheel of Fortune starts to begin to move forward, then you're going to be one of those people who's feeling really uncomfortable in your body. As I was saying in the short, right? You're going to be really uncomfortable in your body because you're trying to hold back or hold into an old archetype that you used to be in, and you're not in that archetype anymore. You're now in the archetype of the liberator. And so it feels like some things are coming to an end and things are changing, and I feel like it's causing you to feel some emotional loss. Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. But the Wheel of Fortune is great energy. It is change, it's abundance, it's things that are expanding in your life. We do have the Justice card. Yeah, that's kind of really beautiful energy, but it's hard energy, Taurus. It's really hard energy. I'm going to say you're going to have to feel your feels. You're going to have to let out the emotional loss. It does feel like somebody's heart chakra is opening here. got justice, and justice is balance. You are getting justice with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to work out in your favor, Taurus. Where you're going, the other people aren't willing to do the hard work to go there as well. And that means that you're going to have to leave some of them behind. But it feels like you have completed some sort of a karmic cycle, because the Wheel of Fortune is circular, right? Cyclical. Yeah. It's moving forward, and I feel like something is moving forward because you've completed some sort of a cycle with the Justice card, and it feels like a karmic cycle. And so instead of being the person who is listening to everybody else, you've become the liberator, Libra, right? You've become the liberator. We do have the Seven of Wands. And so the Seven of Wands is seeing things from a higher perspective. And although it feels really tough, because I feel like what you're doing is you're fighting people off here. People are like, what are you doing? Where are you going? What's going on with Taurus? Is Taurus having a nervous breakdown? Like, what's going on? Are you okay, Taurus? Like, it feels like people are looking at you like you're making all these really big changes in your life. And because their third eye is not open, because the heart chakra is not open for them, because they're not going through a transition or a transformation or a death and a rebirth like you are, they don't understand what's going on. All they know is that you're changing, you're liberating yourself, you're leaving, you're cutting people away, and they don't understand why it's going on. I feel like you're putting up boundaries as well, is what this is. This is a part in the healing process, actually. When we begin to put up boundaries between us and the people that, when our third eye opens and we realize that all the carnage that's been going on, and we're like, how did I let that thing go on for so long? I feel like this is part of this energy as well. Tell me about the heart chakra, because it feels like the ending here is really opening up the floodgates here, opening up the heart chakra. Tell me about this. We've got the Ace of Swords. It's a realization that I have to be true to my heart. I have to speak the truth of my heart. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is a new day. It's a new offer. I feel like the universe is offering it to you, Taurus. Are you going to take the offer? It's not all of you are ready. And look, it's okay if you're not ready. It's all right if you're not ready. It's okay. Maybe this reading is for you. Maybe 6 months down the line. We do have the Judgment card. So there are some of you here who are already here are going to take the offer from the universe, the Judgment card being here. And the Judgment card, of course, is resurrecting the self after you let the old self die, card number 13. So it is a transitional period. It's leaving behind what you no longer leave. It's like when the snake wiggles out of its skin. If it doesn't, it's going to die. So it feels like you're leaving your skin back there, and you've now got this new fresh baby skin here. And the Judgment card is here saying, it's like when the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment's here, it's like a major awakening here. And it feels like for those of you who are still fighting the changes, I don't want to change. I don't want it to change. You're trying to fight the universe. You're trying to fight, hold back from the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. And if you're feeling uncomfortable in your body, it's because of that, because you're fighting destiny. And destiny is going to win, but you're going to feel terrible trying to hold back because you feel like you're not ready. Because the fates are here, and the destiny is here, and the change is here. It's time for things to move ahead here. Tell me about memories of love. What's this? This is a Six of Cups, so it feels like it's memories of what's gone on back there. Yeah, there are some things that you're leaving behind here, Taurus, and I feel what you're leaving behind is we've got the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you're stepping into the Taurus shoes. You're stepping into stability. No more of this in and out stuff. I'm not allowing people to come in and out of my life, and maybe when they need me and maybe when they don't, and they're not allowed to just hang out in the DMs and just kind of grab my attention when they require some passion or require some excitement, right? The Six of Swords is telling me that you're leaving that energy. I don't want to be there anymore. It's just going to have to remain in the memory. And memories of love, people that you love. And it's not like the reason that you have this emotional pain at the beginning of the month is because you are leaving behind people that you love. But it feels like they're not willing to do the work that it takes to go the place that you're going. The Four of Pentacles tells me, I'm trying to self-preserve. I'm trying to go through this self-preservation part of it, where I'm sort of trying to hold back my emotions and deal with everything in swords. And the thing is that you can't, because the heart chakra is opening. And I feel like that is purposeful. I feel like that's part of the old you that's dying, the one that's stoic, the one that doesn't let everybody see their feelings. And I feel what emerges from there is possibly some Piscean energy. It feels like a more heartfelt energy, I want to say. But it does feel like with this Four of Pentacles here, that you've been holding back for so long from making this change. It feels like it's a really hard change for you to make. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. There you are. Look, you're coming out on top here. You're coming out on top, and the King of Pentacles energy is flourishing. It's really hard to grow grapes, right? It has to be the perfect climate. It has to be the perfect place in the world. And it feels like you are going to accomplish the impossible, and you're going to become very abundant, I feel. Whether that's, stable or secure, or maybe more money or a better job or whatever it is. I feel like, it's hurtful because the Nine of Wands is here. And I feel like, it's like, the Nine of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune reminds me of the only time we ever make a change in our lives, even when we don't want to, is that the universe makes it so uncomfortable for us to be in the place that we are, that we must move forward. Or we just finally say, you know what, I'm tired of standing in the Nine of Wands. I want to be the King of Pentacles. I'm tired of standing in the Nine of Wands. We've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So some of you aren't ready. You're not ready to drop the burdens here. You're still sort of carrying around a little bit of martyrdom. And that's just lessons, is all it is. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. We're all learning at different levels at different times. We're all different ages and different walks of life. This Six of Wands tells me that you're going to have victory over this Eight of Swords energy, and it's going to bring you to temperance, which is healing and love and kindness, and things coming together. Everything's coming together for you in the moment of alchemy, Taurus. I've got my fairy deck here, and I'm just going to use that for some advice for the overall monthly energy, Taurus. This looks like it could be, if you're going through the transition, that this transition is going to complete itself in the month of May. And it feels like after you get over this sadness of maybe leaving people, things, places, jobs behind, making changes that really are making you feel emotional loss, that when things start to move forward, Taurus, you're unstoppable. This is what it feels like. Tell me what advice you can give to Taurus, please. We've got nature signs. You are a nature sign. It says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and our minds. So animals show us things, right? Especially if you are in your energy of being the Empress, for sure. Animals act differently around you. I've always said my sister was constantly getting bitten by dogs. I've never once gotten scratched by a cat or bitten by a dog. Never, I always got along with horses. It was never a problem for me. But it just never worked out for her. We've got nature talks to us continually, and I feel like you will find your answers in nature, which is like butterflies. Even something as easy as, maybe just a little babbling brook, and how quick it's moving upstream. And when you toss something into the brook, the universe will take it where it needs to go. You don't need to follow it and make sure it goes in the right direction. There's so many lessons in the universe, right? Especially in nature. I've got here, believe in magic. It says, open your eyes and see the magic that is all around you in nature. Interesting. The Fairy of Northern Lights says, you are part of nature, so you are magical too. All right. So if you want to heal, Taurus, if you want to heal this energy, go to nature, please. Take your shoes off. If you're in a place where you can take your shoes off and be in the grass, please do that. Gosh, I couldn't wait for the snow to end, because now I'm outside in my bare feet all the time. All right. You guys take care. I'm going to go for now, and happy, beautiful May to you, and happy Taurus season. Happy birthday, y'all. I'm going to go for now. I'll be back, but I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.